Hey guys, so it's Monday. It is the first day of the week. I don't know if you count Monday as the first day of the week. I have some updates for you. I started all the invisible things. I don't know who it's by, but the cover should be on the screen. Here I have an arc from this from NetGalley, so I just need to finish it. I've kind of just started it, but it's just okay so far. I'm not really into it right now. And I went to the library today, so I'm going to do a little library haul. But I got Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. This book is about three friends, I guess, but we see from two of their perspectives, and they're at like this convention, and you kind of follow them both, and they both like fall in love. I know one of them is a best friend relationship, I'm pretty sure, so I'm excited for that. It sounds really good, really cute, and just fun. It has a lot of things I like in a book. It has a best friend relationship, it talks about fandom culture. Those are like some of my favorite things in books, so I'm really hoping I'm going to like this. I've heard, I know Haley Bookland kind of just didn't like as much, but I know like other people really like this book, so I'm hoping I'm on the end that likes this book, kind of like with Emergency Contact. This just sounds really good and like a fun time. And then I have A Worthy Pursuit by Karen Winnemeyer, which is okay. I started this last week in my last reading vlog, reading the audiobook. I'm not enjoying it that much so far, which I'm really disappointed by because I love Karen Winnemeyer. This book is about a girl who's a teacher. I don't know if I talked about it last week, but girl who's a teacher, and her school's shutting down, and she takes like one of the kids with her, and then the guy goes after her because she believes that she kidnapped this guy's granddaughter. It's really boring so far. Not a lot's happened. The characters don't have personality or chemistry with each other. Then I got the second volume. I believe it's second volume would be set up as the third one of Kiss Him Not Me by who? Jungkook? I watched the anime for this. It made so much more sense after watching it. I looked up some spoilers just because I'm not going to continue if this doesn't happen, or if she doesn't get with this character. She doesn't get with the character I want her to get with, so I'm going to continue reading it. I enjoy watching the anime, and like reading the stories kind of make me feel like when I read an Archie comic, it's just like a more overarching plotline. Like it feels like a sitcom kind of. I'm going to continue on with the series and then like watch it and then read these four and then watch the anime. I might even read this tonight. I want to play some Sims again, but I might read a bit of this tonight. And then the last book I got was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sahida Menon. And if you don't know, Sahida Menon wrote one of my favorite books, From Twinkle with Love. That one doesn't get as much love as this one does. This is her most popular book, probably, but I have not read this one. I started reading it and it was good, and then I got the audiobook for it. I love From Twinkle with Love, so I'm hoping I'll like this one as well. I feel like I won't like it as much, especially compared to how much other people love this book, but I'm hoping I will enjoy it. So those are all the books I have. So tonight I might read a bit. I want to play some Sims, but I also might pick up Kiss Him Not Me and Queens of Geek. So I read a page of this today. Haven't picked this one up at all. I also picked up All the Invisible Things, and I read the first page of Take Me There, but I wasn't really into Take Me There, so I think I'm going to switch over to Queens of Geek instead. Here's Steve. He's like, what is this thing in my face? Because he doesn't want me to pick him up and show him. He's in a mood. So I stayed home sick today, but I didn't get any reading done. To keep this update quick and short, I didn't read a lot. I read maybe a couple pages of All the Invisible Things. But I'd like to hopefully complete it by Friday is my goal. By then, hopefully, so I can get my review up. So it is Thursday. I didn't update you guys yesterday because it was one of my busy days, and as soon as I got home, I was just like, I don't feel like it, because I was pretty busy. Even when I got home, I was watching Survivor, so then I just felt like going straight to bed, so I didn't really want to update you guys yesterday. It was one of my busy days. I didn't really get a whole lot of reading done for that reason. I did start Room by Emma Donoghue, which I'm 20 pages into. I'm reading that for school. I'll be reading that probably on and off a bit. I might finish it before everyone else though. Queens of Geek, I've been reading. I'm on chapter 3, so I don't know how far that is, but probably 20 pages in maybe. I'm really enjoying that one so far. I'm excited to see where the story's gonna go. The last book I'm reading is All the Invisible Things. It's alright. I'm not enjoying it that much, to be honest. It's kind of just okay, and I don't care super much. I am trying to get into it more. I'm 10% into it, so I would like to hopefully finish that tomorrow. That's my main update. Today I would like to also fly through My Hero Academia. If I can finish 2 books by the end of this month, it would be All the Invisible Things and My Hero Academia is the goal. I'm going to try my best to see if I can finish it, but I will keep you guys updated and I'll let you know where I'm at. A lot of dogs here. I got Chloe and Mr. Steve. You can't see either of them. But welcome back to another update. I've done some reading. It's Friday now. I'm in a weird mindset because yesterday I woke up and I thought it was Saturday, and today when I was going throughout my day, majority of the day I thought it was the 29th of February. I thought tomorrow was March. We still have one more day of February, so I'm kind of losing my mind at this point. The reason is for that as I'm reading arcs and I need to finish all the invisible things before March 1st. I'm like, I think 30-something% into it now. I don't think I've talked very in depth on my opinions on the book. It's fine. I'm 30% into it. I feel like I don't know if it's gonna be a love story, actually. I don't really know. I'm just finding, like, there was a whole, like, for those who don't know what this book's about, basically, like, the plot we're gonna talk about right now is about a girl, and she used to be friends with this guy named Pez. They were, like, best friends, and then they kind of, like, she moved away, and so they kind of lost contact, and then she moved back to, like, where she used to live and didn't tell him, and so he's changed a lot since then. But what's kind of hard with me, like, their whole interaction when they first, like, saw each other again was just really weird. They were in, like, a parking lot, and they kind of, like, stared at each other, and he was just, like, getting, and then, like, he got in his car, or, like, a motorbike, or something like that, I can't remember, and then they just didn't really talk, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, later, they're like, so yeah, how have you been? I'm like, that would be your first response. You'd be like, oh my goodness, it's been so long, how are you doing? Like, that would be an ordinary response. Like, their response, like, the way it was just written, it didn't make any sense to me, and it wasn't at all realistic, like, to the point that it was just, like, pushing it. It wouldn't happen. I think they're trying to also show that he's a different person, but it just almost feels like he's way too different, and there's, like, absolutely no resemblance from the person before, and I feel like even, like, if a person changes and becomes super different, I think they still have a bit of resemblance to who they used to be, you know? As my other book, I started Room. I'm quite a lot actually far into it compared to, like, everyone else in my class. Like, I'm flying through this book. I'm on page 87, I believe. Yes, 87 currently. I am enjoying it. I thought it's really good. I'm really liking this book, so I'm really happy about that. So it's so interesting. It's the way it's told, the voices, like, this isn't even, like, a kind of book that I regularly pick up, so I'm very glad that it's something I'm liking. It's not like it's, like, a YA romance, which is typically what I do read. It's, like, more, like, a thriller, I guess? I feel like it's a thriller. I don't know what to call it. It's more, like, has, like, a spooky aspect, but the way it's told is so well. For those who don't know what this book's about, it's about this mom and her son, and, like, it's her 5-year-old son, and she was, like, and she's, like, raising him in captivity. So, like, she's been kidnapped, and she's, like, raising her son, like, being in captivity. And they, like, live in this room. But it's told from the 5-year-old son's point of view, which I think is so unique. Really, like, helps the story. I feel like if it wasn't told from the 5-year-old's perspective, I wouldn't like it as much. I really like that we get to see from his perspective and, like, see his view on things. How he interprets everything is so interesting, and even just, like, the way it's written, like, it's written so well that you can really hear his voice, and, like, you know it's a 5-year-old, and, like, with the way he talks, like, it's so well done. Even, like, with the way, like, it's done, like, he, like, capitalizes things that, like, shouldn't be capitalized, or, like, just, like, says things that, like, aren't, like, proper grammar, but, like, because he's a 5-year-old, like, it's totally okay. You can, like, completely overlook those things, because, like, that's how it's supposed to be. Really good at doing that, and it also has, like, seeing from his perspective and, like, what's going on and stuff like that is, like, eerily spooky and, like, terrifying, but, like, it also just, like, keeps you so interested in the story. I might continue it this weekend just because, like, I want to, but, like, I have plenty of time to read this book, and I'm already, like, 40 pages ahead of everyone else in my literature circle because I'm just such a fast reader and I'm really into it. But once I finish this one, I just said I could pick up another book that, like, that was my first pick. I'm really liking it so far. Like, might it be 5 stars? I don't know. It's really good that I'm, like, tempted to give it 5 stars. It's just, like, not typically read. So, but, like, it's so, like, just so interesting, and I'm really liking it. And I have Queens of Geek. I don't know where I last updated you on this, but I'm on page 22 currently. So I don't know when I'm going to jump back into this. It's not really a priority at this point in time, but I would like to get back into it. I am enjoying it quite a lot so far. Then I have My Hero Academia by Horikoshi. My goal is to finish this tonight, which I think I can easily do because mangas take me like an hour to read. So I've been reading it a bit on and off at school, but now that I have free time, I'm going to try to read it when I can, and so far it's very interesting. I'm excited to pick up more of this story and see where it goes, and then I can watch some anime. I've read the first chapter before, so I'm rereading that, and then I'm going to hopefully continue with this. I have a blanket around me because I'm kind of cold, even though like I'm in a hoodie and comfortable, like pajama pants, but I'm cold, so you get to enjoy me in my blanket. I feel like I finished the book. I'm very happy about that. All the Invisible Things by Olga Collins, I think. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I haven't been able to like rate or review it yet just because my internet's currently down, so I haven't done any of that yet. I did start enjoying it more as the story went on, and like, I liked Pez probably the best. Overall thoughts though, like I feel like I'm pretty like meh about this book in general, but I think there's a lot of things it did that I really appreciated. I think there was a lot of topics that it brought up and talked about that like was just like really good. I'm trying to like not spoil anything, but something this book does talk about is it talks about like a pornography addiction, which I've never seen done in a book. This is the first thing I've ever read where a character had a pornography addiction discussed in such a good way, and I love that it was even discussed and like was a plot line. I want to see this more in books because I feel like it's not talked about and it's a real thing. I think other topics I talked about was good too. Most of them are more stuff I've seen before. I really liked the friendship between our main character and Pez. Also, everyone in this book had a weird name. There was a girl named March. There was a guy named Rob, but that's not really weird. But yeah, like Pez, March, and Helvetica, the 3 main characters, like all had like the weirdest names. It wasn't like my favorite book. Like I didn't even enjoy a lot of it, to be honest. Like I didn't really connect with most of the characters. Like, most of the characters I decently like. I liked Pez and March. I don't think I really liked the main character that much, to be honest. I kind of just liked all of like the stuff it talked about and the topics it delved into. I really liked the ending of the book too. I really liked how everything wrapped up. I just thought that was really well done, and honestly, I'm like glad that was the ending. I feel like if she'd ended it any other way, it wouldn't have been as good. But I think my overall enjoyment was I wasn't enjoying it from the beginning. So I think that was the main thing. Like some parts I enjoyed, I guess, but it wasn't like it was just kind of okay. I wouldn't call it hard-hitting, but I would call it like a coming-of-age kind of story. However, I would recommend this book. So now it's like, I think 7, almost 8 p.m. I want to say. I'm probably going to go continue reading My Hero Academia and finish that tonight, and then we'll see. Start something else. I have to figure out my TBR. I feel like most of my TBR is the stuff I didn't finish last month. So I'm not gonna make this super long, but I finished My Hero Academia. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. There's not too much I have to say about it, just the fact that I enjoyed it. It was really good and fun, quick kind of thing to fly through just because it's a manga, so it's mainly pictures. But I enjoyed it. I put holds on the 2nd and 3rd one, and I'm going to go and watch the anime now. So, look at me go. I finished more books in February, 1 more book in February than I did January, and it has the least amount of days of the month. Look at me go. Okay, my dog's here, which is very exciting. Here she is. This is Chloe. She's like, why are you picking me up? But here she is. She's adorable. I love her. I don't think I show Chloe as much in the vlogs. She doesn't usually come to hang out in my room. Therefore, she doesn't get shown as much. But she's a sweetie, and I love her. To wrap up this week, I finished 2 books, I think. I think I just finished My Hero Academia and All the Invisible Things. All the Invisible Things I gave a 3-star, and My Hero Academia I gave a 4-star. All the Invisible Things, I think I didn't really talk about it in my wrap-up. Basically, that one is about this girl who was moving back to London, her hometown, and she hasn't been there since her mom passed away, and she's kind of reuniting with her best friend. It's kind of a coming of age, figuring out who you are. It was good, but not enjoyable, I found. I thought it was really well written and done, but I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't have high expectations going into it. And My Hero Academia, Volume 1, I have finally read it, and I liked it. It was a good, fun time. That is what I have read this week. And then I also started Queens of Geek and Room by Emma Donoghue. I will see you guys later. Goodbye!